So last part of this lecture would be the neoplastic diseases of the pancreas. So we begin with the discussion on pancreatic carcinoma. So this is the usual manifestation is the infiltrating ductal adenocarcinoma of the pancreas. It's the fourth leading cause of cancer deaths in the U.S. and this is the one of the cancers that has a high mortality rate. It has a precursor lesion known as your pancreatic intraepithelial neoplasia, also known as your PAN-IN. So usually ito yung makikita mo sa gilid ng mga pancreatic carcinoma lesions mo. The progression from your non-neoplastic epithelium to PAN-IN to invasive carcinoma is well documented. Parang yung sa classic adenocarcinoma sequence mo of your adenocarcinoma of the colon. So you have the genetic and epigenetic alterations seen in PAN-IN, also seen in your invasive carcinoma. Your PAN-IN is found adjacent to your infiltrating carcinoma and has been seen to precede development of your invasive CA in mouse models. And individuals who only had PAN-IN later developed invasive carcinoma. So this one is a diagram from Robin. So parang lang siya yung sa classic adenoma carcinoma sequence mo. Pero this time, we don't have the formation of your polyps anymore. Meron ka lang parang low-grade dysplasia and high-grade dysplasia over here. And as you can see, the driver mutations are the same as your some of your cystic neoplasms such as your mucinous cystic neoplasms and your IPMN. These are in this table shows us the different oncogenes and tumor suppressor genes altered in your pancreatic ductal adenocarcinoma. So the most common would have to be your KRAS among the oncogenes over here, and P16 or CDKN2A, TP53, and SMAD4 in your tumor suppressor genes. Also, if you have some of the hereditary syndromes, both in the GI tract and in the pancreas, you may have a predisposition for pancreatic CA, as you can see over here. Other conditions would include your hereditary breast and ovarian cancer. So this is the major altered genes. So your KRAS is the most frequently altered oncogene. Then you have your CDKN2A, which is the most frequently inactivated tumor suppressor genes. Then you also see your SMAD4 mutations and TP53 mutations as well. Other documented pathogenic epigenetic changes would include DNA methylation abnormalities, and your transcription profile, and you have transcription profiles related to your pancreatic cancer subtype. So for example, you have your basal like pancreatic cancer. These are known to be increasing to be highly aggressive compared to that of your classical subtype. Pero nevertheless, depende pa rin yan sa stage. If your stage is high, on diagnosis, usually it renders a poor prognosis regardless of your subtype ng pancreatic CA mo. So we usually see this in older adults, 80% of cases in the 62-year-old range. Usually seen among African Americans, Asian Americans, Native Hawaiian Islanders, and Ashkenazi Jews. The strongest environmental influence is by far cigarette smoking pa rin. Pero other risk factors have been identified such as your chronic pancreatitis, visceral obesity, high body mass index, and diabetes mellitus. Familial predispositions are also seen, like for example, in patients with known germline BRCA2 mutations, you have a 10% risk of pancreatic cancers among Ashkenazi Jews. And then you have mutations in genes linked to breast and ovarian cancer, which confers a 4 to 10 times elevated risk for developing pancreatic CA. Majority develop in the head, around 60%, 15% in the body, 5% in tail, and 20% would manifest with diffuse involvement. Majority are forms adenocarcinoma, so they form glands and may secrete mucin. However, yung manifest yung location pala niya would actually tell you kung anong type of symptomatology present sa patient. We'll discuss that later. On the background of your glands and mucin, you will be seeing an intense host reaction as dense fibrosis, you call it your desmoplastic response. Kaya tumitigas yung pancreas mo, which is why this is a good differential for your autoimmune pancreatitis. The desmoplastic response makes the pancreas matigas din siya. So when you do your biopsy at hindi mo natamaan yung cancer cells, yun lang ang makikita mo, fibrosis lang din. The lesions would manifest these lesions would be hard, stellate, gray-white, and poorly defined. And as I mentioned earlier, depending yung symptoms mo kung saan ang location mo. So for example, if it's in the head of the pancreas, yung bulk ng tumor mo, it would obstruct the distal common bile duct, and that would end up with having your biliary tree distended. So that gives you an earlier diagnosis. Kasi magiging jaundice ng pasyente mo when you obstruct the distal common bile duct. So pag gano'n, nakita mo pag may jaundice ng pasyente mo at meron kang pancreatic tissue, so like pancreatic CA, likely yung location niya would be the head. Compare that kung yung location mo is in the body or the tail. Because they do not impinge the biliary tract, those lesions would remain silent for a long time. And they will be discovered only pag unresectable na. So by that time, poor prognosis na yung pasyente mo. These tumors likes to grow along the nerves and invades blood vessels, and they directly involve the spleen, adrenals, transverse colon, and stomach. So, if we're going to remember yung location ng pancreas mo, it is closely it is close in relation to all of these other organs. Kapag nagkaroon ng lymph node metastasis, it will usually involve the peripancreatic nodes, gastric, mesenteric, omental, and portohepatic nodes. And distal mets would usually be sa liver and sa lungs. So microscopy, as we've mentioned kanina, it's an adenocarcinoma usually. So they would be forming glands, forming abortive tubular structures, as you've seen kanina. But they also like to involve the nerves, as you can see over here. Ito yung mga atypical glands mo over here, and this one is actually a nerve. So this is already counted as perineural invasion. Surrounding the tissues would be an intense desmoplastic reaction with dense stromal fibrosis, and as I've mentioned earlier, that can be very, very problematic in your biopsies. Clinically, so we mentioned kanina yung difference between kung body ang main location mo, and kapag yung head or body or tail yung location ng CA mo, they can be very silent, especially kung nasa body and tail. Abdominal pain is usually the first symptom, pero by that time, it might be too late. Obstructive jaundice if the CA is in the head of the pancreas, and on physical findings, you may be able to notice the Courvoisier sign. That is a palpably enlarged non-tender gallbladder with mild painless jaundice. Other symptoms would include weight loss, anorexia, Malayan weakness. You may also be able to see migratory thrombophlebitis or the Trousseau sign. However, pag nasa body or tail yung tumor mo, they might be unresectable by the time of diagnosis, probably due to vessel invasion and invasion to other structures or distant metastasis. If you're going to check for tumor markers, please do your CEA or carcinoembryonic antigen and your CA19-9. Unfortunately, as of now, there is still no screening test recommended for the general population. Subtype of your pancreatic carcinoma is your acinar cell carcinoma. They form zymogen granules and produce exocrine enzymes such as your trypsin and lipase, and up to 15% will develop metastatic fat necrosis syndrome due to lipase release. So, usually, ang acinar cell carcinoma, they would look like, ganito yung itsura niya over here. They exhibit a solid growth pattern with sheets and nests of cells, moderate amounts of eosinophilic to amphiphilic cytoplasm, and no lumen formation. Compare that to your adenocarcinomas na marami kang tubules. The last type of tumor usually seen would be your pancreatoblastomas. Pero this is a mostly pediatric tumor. Remember, when we are discussing blastomas, usually these are small round cell tumors. usually seen in the pediatric age. However, for pancreaticoblastomas, you would have your acinar cells over here as well. Pero very important is the presence of your squamous islands over here. This is malignant, but the survival is better than your pancreatic adenocarcinoma. And for our last topic, we'll be discussing the adrenal glands and inherited familial syndromes.